Hey folks, Quillyteen here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Liberal Crime Squad New Age. New Age, new patch. Jonathan continues to be super busy. This is the patch that adds the very nice change to the assignment screen with regards to practice and learning, which we're going to look at in just a second. I was looking through this, and one thing I saw is add a check to prevent the assigned task option from appearing in review mode if the Liberal is dead in prison or otherwise indisposed. Now, I didn't see anything about adding that in there. I don't know if it was added like relatively recently and I missed it, or was it always there? Right? If I go review, so not in assign mode, if I go review and I pick, I don't know, myself, there's an assign a task button over here. Was this always here? Was all the time? I mean, there's still the complaint I have that from the assignment screen, as far as I know, I can't get to their full character sheet, which would be still a handy thing to see. But like, what does it look like if I try to assign from here, right? If I go assign a task to Petra, okay, it just sends me to the screen. And yeah, I don't know if there's another way to go back to the other screen. And I don't know how long that button's been there. Maybe it's been there all along. I'm not sure. But from the assignment screen, we can see the differences here, right? Practice is the free self-practice, self-learning, versus learning is the taking a class thing. I love that. All right, so right now, I think at the end of the last episode, I said we might be in a tiny bit of a holding pattern here because we need a computer expert before we go rob a bank. So Petra's going to be learning this. We're also waiting for Garrett to be out of the hospital. That would be another possibility. It's going to happen at the end of the month, which is only 11 days away, unless it's a leap year. It's every 4th. Yeah, this would be a leap year, right? I think. So maybe a little bit longer. We'll see. In the meantime, I could send out this crew to go and, cause some trouble and stuff somewhere. But honestly, it might be okay for them to just do a little bit of self-studying right now. That's all right. Heat's a little high here. If we wait, okay, expensive suit, great. Heat is going down because we haven't done anything recently. And that might be a perfectly fine thing for us to do. So we've got tons of money. It's not like I'm feeling the need to go and rob some things anywhere like that. Passed a class in driving, great. 3rd-rate expensive suit, womp womp. I didn't have anything for Teresa. I guess I should have her practice something, but she's capped on dodge, first aid, firearms, stealth. Just in case it matters, I guess we may as well have her go and research or study some disguise. Maybe if we're doing like a bank suit heist or something like that. Suit, level 9 dodge, which is apparently still not your cap. All right, getting there. Petra's passed a class in computer, advanced class in first aid. We get a suit. How's Petra's computer skills going on now? Still got a while to go, right? Yeah, a 5. I mean, I don't know the dice rolling mechanics of the game. Partially, they have changed the way it works. There was dice pool and D20, and then I think they changed it to 2D6. But I don't know what the target numbers are. I don't know how your skill level affects that. All these sorts of things, right? And I don't necessarily want to know those mechanics. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I might look into it at some point, but for now, I'm mostly, I think, happy, kind of, sort of not knowing. But I think we'll go with the plan of continuing until the end of the month at the very least. Maybe we'll do the bank heist with Garrett the first time. And then in the future, Petra will be ready. We'll keep waiting. Another suit. So yeah, our money's going down, of course, as... Oh! I was wondering what happens when you max that out. So Shumway cannot teach any more fighting to our group. I mean, I'm sure I could schedule it again. See, it costs up to 100 a day. I'm thinking it costs you a certain amount per student, capping out at 100. I don't know. I mean, we could have him try to see if you could teach some of the other skills, like covert ops will teach the stealth and disguise, which you do have some. I mean, we may as well do that. You've got a nice high teaching skill. Let's spread what you can for now. We're only going to do it a few more days, and then we're going to go out into the field. Advanced class in driving. Right, I wanted the backup driver, or the driver for this squad. Another suit. So yeah, our money's going down, but we've got tons of suits to sell. Advanced class in computers. Okay, there we are. February 29th, we're going to advance. So there's going to be some legislation attempts, and then Garrett will be back. And then we're going to go and rob the bank in New York. Heat's lower down here. Good. First rate expensive suit. I really want to bring down AM radio's influence. So I'm going to target that. Plans to make sure to follow the name of every LGBT figure mentioned in the program with the words, who is known to be a pedophile and a groomer, by the way. Wow! Holy cow! Yeah, let's definitely eat that shit up. Oh, bound to get conservative masses a little riled up. Yeah. So I think targeting individual judges, there's not much of a chance of reprisal, but this? All right, what do we got? Animal research, no. Okay, so they're still not progressing to more conservative laws. Theodore Snowden, nothing to read books at the prison library. Oh yeah. Or hard and juice your criminal. Can I give assignments to people in prison? I don't think so. I didn't actually check. Left University Hospital. I did go and set my 2 liberal judges to promote liberalism in the courthouse. I don't exactly know what that does, but it seems like a good idea. Got a media overview. Wow, look at this, plus 42. It's gonna make us a little more liked. We can't possibly be more known, I think. I think we're capped on that. Getting a little bit more liked in our favor is good. And then, yeah, the push for LGBT rights and AM radio. What's the status? Not this page. Over here. 82.7% support LGBT rights with high public interest. That's great. AM radio right over here. 81% of people find conservative AM radio distasteful. I feel like we must be doing an okay job. Now let's go rob a bank. Okay, so we are going to... Oh, right. I was going to say assign tasks. Right. No, we just get this view because I can review and find Theodore over here, but I can't actually make you do anything, right? You got the broken up spine. We're probably going to release you. There's an interesting conversation about maybe releasing people with some money or something like that to, help set them up when they've been injured like that, which would be interesting. Might, could decrease the chance that someone goes and rats you out or something, which would be interesting. Okay, let's get in our bank robbing gear. We have a sleeper bank manager. Sleeper bank manager at the bank in New York. So we don't have to go in guns blazing. We could still consider it though. And here's why. Like, we'd certainly be hoping for stealth checks to bring us to the bank vault so we don't trigger anything before then. Then when we start robbing stuff, right, the alarm will just start going off progressively with, with everything we grab. We could decide to actually risk the combat so that we could steal more stuff and just blast our way out. It's very high risk. And part of the question is, how much more money do we really need? Well, definitely some. So I still like the idea of doing the theft in expensive suits, but I don't know that we need to do that. I think we're going to go in and raid like this. So then the question is, who am I going to drop out? I mean, Wade's got the lowest skill totals. I know Sean does. I guess we're going to have to dump at least 2 people because we got to bring Garrett and we got to bring Petra. So I think what I'll do is I'll disarm these 2 and then remove their kit. Although, you know what? No, because I'll end up sending them out somewhere naked and then they'll get in trouble for that. Okay, we'll do this. Then we're going to review our squad and we're dropping Wade and Sean and bringing in Petra and Garrett to the squad. And then we will equip you with the SEAL suits down at the end. I guess they get reorganized after you exit, because I think when you first take them out, they go to the end. But anyway, SEAL suits, boom, boom. Oh yeah, some of the weapons got renamed. The XM7 rifle has been renamed to the M7 rifle, which is a thing. I was like, oh, okay, I guess maybe the code word, maybe it starts. Oh, the M7 was previously designated the XM5. I had the wiki page open because what I want to do is check what kind of ammunition it takes. It takes the 6.8 times 51 millimeter, 0.77 inch rounds. So maybe we can keep an eye out for those specifically. The light machine gun, I don't think I've got more ammo for. I've got a tiny bit. I'm not sure that's the right thing to bring with us. The MP5s, I mean, the punching power is not that high, but it does shoot a lot of bullets. Like, maybe the carbine and the MP5? Because not the piss. I mean, I'm sad that we're not going in with, like, super cool bank heist expensive suits vibe. Yeah, there's no more guns over here. Oh, there you go. 6.8 millimeter army ammo. Okay, we do see in there. I'm betting because it's army ammo, I can't buy it at the pawn shop. Maybe we can go back and steal the armory depot or something like that. We'll see. Look how much health Petra has. Anyway, let's get some extra ammo refills. There you go on you guys. Everything else, I don't know, maybe some more over there. I don't know how quickly we go through bullets on the AK-102. Oh, this was the combat shotgun. Okay, something like that. Now, the other question I have, and I think this would be a good idea. I could go directly, presumably, I can go directly from here to the bank in New York, which is what I'm looking to rob. And then I think what had happened, it would then send us home afterwards. I'm actually considering, maybe what you do is stop down at Lodgson and Reed Legal, which was recently raided, and currently has no heat. We can go there, which will set it as our safe house, and then we can go rob the bank. Because that way, the initial heat would maybe come around here. There's fewer people. It's starting at 0 heat, so we can hang around here for a little bit as some of the heat burns off. I think that is what I'm going to do. I don't know if that's actually that critical, but that's the plan. And then assignment-wise, looking good to me. Okay. I could go and ask Leroy to go sell some of our suits, but we're not short on money yet, so I'm not feeling the need. Let's carry out the plan. Yeah, so they're not doing what they were doing. They're instead moving to what was the old schoolhouse, but is now a legal office. In contempt. Okay. Conservative federal judge Ryan Fenderson has resigned in disgrace after being caught with a prostitute. Oh, this is probably going to be really good for us. Fenderson, who once stated that segregation wasn't the bad idea everyone makes it out to be these days, was found with Chase Finn last week in a hotel during a police sting operation. According to sources familiar with the particulars, when police broke into the hotel room, they saw the most perverse and spine-tingling debauchery imaginable, at least with only 2 people. Fenderson reportedly offered the arresting officers favors in exchange for the silence. Fenderson could not be reached for comment, although an aide stated that the judge would be going on a Bible retreat for a few weeks to make things right with the Almighty Father. Ah, yeah, then no go. It's fine. It's fine. As long as you do that, there are no consequences. Okay, so yeah, it did make the people's opinion on justice slightly more liberal. Not much, but some. Okay, so now Awesome Squad, who is going to be, of course, led by Petra, obviously. You know what? And I think I'll move Shumway to the secondary spot where he sort of belongs. Other than, I guess we could sort by total skill. Although, actually, I think the thing to do would be to sort by gunnery skill. Because the people with the most accurate shooting are more likely to finish things off without having the bad shooters fire. On the other hand, they could train the bad shooters, but I think Garrett might just be capped. I don't think he's a very high agility, right? He was never meant to be a combat person. We're just bringing him along as a hacker. I don't know if him being lower in the order makes it less likely to get shot. I don't think that's been a thing. I don't know how the enemies choose who they target. Anyway, enough diddly-dallying. Let's go rob a bank. First American bank. Boom. Carry out our plans. We've arrived. Now, already our guns might flag us, but it doesn't seem to be... We're not getting any, like, fade into shadows comments or anything like that. So I guess we're not even bothering with stealth checks or disguise checks over here. I guess it's fine. Okay. Free the alarm. Get in here now. Yeah, pure red. Now if we run into anyone, it will be stealth checks. Wow, we got here without even using one. Use here. Yep. Yep. Sleeper can handle biometrics. Open the bank vault. Yes. Security expert, which should be Petra, cracks the combo lock. Electronics expert, which Garrett should have the highest computer skill in the group. Oh, no, Petra did it. All right. I wonder if multiple people get the role, and then she just succeeded. And the biometrics, which done, and we'll join the LCS to avoid arrests. Yep. We'll see what we do with you. Come in here. Oh, wow, so much money. Use. Okay, suspicion. Use. Alarm. Use. Still on the alarm level. Listen, Mr. Security Guard, I think you might be in the wrong place at the wrong time. We could sneak by. We could try to grab it, but he'd likely aggro on us. I think we just light him up. Hit him in the chest 3 times with the carbine. He's got no body armor. Shattered his spine immediately. Okay. Loot on the ground, which is the gun. Okay, we're still on conservative alarm mode. Use. I mean, I may as well pick up the gun. Use. Okay, reinforcements incoming. They're not here yet. Well. Pew, 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 pew. We're down to Seth. Now Teresa misses. Uh-oh. Down to Garrett. 3 times. Dodge, crawls off moaning. Oh, but there's still one here. You gotta finish him off. Damn. Okay. Loot, grab. Okay, police reinforcement. It's only level 1. We're gonna grab the last one. Okay, we've fully robbed the bank. Now we gotta get out of here. Okay, skip the janitor. Oh wow. Ah, there we go. Okay. Here's the thing. We could decide to just try to sneak past this one. Because if we fail the sneak, it's only a couple people shooting at us. The 9mm is not that scary. The M4 a little bit more. The SWAT officer almost certainly has more skill. I mean, if we shoot him, we can get another M4. I don't know how badly we need another M4. But we'd also shoot first. I'd feel better if we had the light machine gun. The light machine gun must use 50 cal ammo, right? Which we can buy from the pawn and gun. You know what? I'm going to fight. Him in the leg. Oh, that's a security guard. Okay, security guard. Shot. Okay, that's the end of the security guard. So at least there's that. Okay, SWAT, hard vest 3 times. Okay, good and concentrated in the chest is good. Now we're down to Seth. We still have 3 people left to attack. The AR-15, I mean, the AR-15, I think only fires 1 time. Although, ooh, big damage. I think replacing the AR-15 is a good option. And then the shotgun in the vest twice. Nice. Okay, we're going to pick up the stuff. We're going to get out of here. There might be a car chase, but Petra can drive. Okay, 3 cops, no hillbillies this time. Drive hard to escape. Screech through an empty lot to the next street. GPS won't stop saying recalculating. Okay, that's really funny. And not something we would have gotten if we weren't playing New Age. Drive hard to escape. Risky shortcut through an alley. Oh man, we're crushing it. Well, okay, the one is really keeping pace with us. Swore into a downhill curve, barely keeping control. Street market ahead. Smash through. More cabbages. Recalculating. Drive hard. Okay, there we go. Down to just 1, and we got some more space. Downhill curve. Drive hard. Pick up speed along straightaway. Weave between cars. Pursuers tail you. Drive hard. Pothole. Red light with traffic. You know what? We'll take it slow. We'll slow down this one. And drive hard again. Through a parking lot. Bam! Another escape. Oh yeah. Liberal crime squad rampage. Yeah, that's fair. That definitely was a rampage. Violent rampage. It held more than $100,000 at a time. Woo, baby, look at the money. Look at the money. Oh, we're loaded. Holy cow. So our legal location here in New York, where we currently are, it's not under siege. We've got our disguise. Like, we can't get any more hiding. But I'm wondering about doing these first few. Fortify, security cameras for some warning, booby traps, and bollards. I guess I could just put a solar panel so we don't have to worry about fuel. I'm not really thinking of making this area a primary spot, although it will give us a way to cycle through different building types, like another AM radio station. I think there's a TV station here as well. So we could do some operations out of here while it's on cooldown in Seattle. I mean, in theory, I guess what we would love is a perfectly decked out squad in every city or something. You know what? Let's do a big investment. Solar panel. So I'm going to skip the diesel generator entirely. And let's go and have like 20 days worth of food. I don't know how long a siege lasts. I have no concept of that whatsoever. But this kid, yeah, we still have 100 grand. Oh, okay. Out of curiosity, like, this doesn't actually travel unless I lock in. I was just going to check. Okay, yeah, the bank there. The radio station is doable again in Seattle. Now, other thing we can do is the radio station. Oh, we could raid the army base, which is very tempting. It's a radio station, cable news station. That's kind of cool. I would also love to get more dirt on these guys. Because that can definitely help tilt things in the right direction for us. Now, let's take a look at the equipment. Oh, we took the SWAT armor at the same time. That's nifty. So let's definitely replace the AR-15 with the M4 carbine. I'm so happy that Jonathan made the change that when you cursor up, it does this. Oh, my apologies for the sound you just heard. At some point, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But normally Discord automatically goes into a so-called streamer mode when OBS is running. And about a week ago, it stopped doing that. Stopped doing it automatically. I have to manually toggle on streamer mode and then manually toggle it off. So that little bloop was a Discord alert on my side, which would normally have been muted because Discord would have auto gone into streamer mode. So I don't know. Maybe I should reinstall OBS. I don't think there was an OBS update recently. Of course, Discord has an update every 15 seconds. So it's probably more like that. You know, I like the idea of this squad. The heat is almost certainly, I'm betting, going to be trending upwards here, but hopefully not resting too high. We're going to go, without any disguises whatsoever, we're going to go and bust in to these places. Whether we make it to the broadcast room or not, I don't know. But let's give it a try. Carry out our plans. Now, we have no blueprint, and these will have to just be stealth checks. Definitely no disguising. Fade in the shadows. Oh, I don't need Garrett for this, although Garrett's the only one in New York. I mean, we may as well, but that's the broadcast. I don't know why there's an S, but we'll take it. Use. Interrupt this program. The squad takes control of the microphone and talks about billionaires and how there shouldn't be any. It was a thought-provoking, even humorous. Do we get no security guards? The show is so entertaining that security listened to it at their desks. The squad might yet escape. I mean, we're on alarm status, but we don't have an immediate fight. Skip these guys. Oh, that was slick. Bam. Oh, Hakeem. Oh, Hakeem is in New York and repaired that suit. Oh, that's quite nice. Actually, we should take a look at Hakeem. What's your deal, bro? Wanted for bank robbery. You do have more heart than wisdom. Not substantially more, but you do. Strength 6. Hit points is now based on hearts and strength as of a relatively recent patch to New Age, which seems very reasonable to me. I think, especially there was another stat in base Liberal Crime Squad. I think health, maybe, that was folded into heart, but I may have made heart too important as a stat. So making hit points rely on some strength, which strength is generally seeming to me a fairly undervalued stat, seemed like a great idea. Okay. Well, that went so well, we may as well do the PlayStation, or not the police station. I mean, maybe we'll do that too, but I meant, wow, no security aim rate. Oh, maybe because it went off so well, and we didn't do a huge combat raid, which I'm sure the violence is a big part of what affects the high security / close down status. You know what, let's just go straight to the AIM radio station, because we know the layout. This happens to be a very simple layout for it. There you go. Use, interrupt, talk about taxes. Thought-provoking, even humorous? Oh my god. We are so good at being liberals, you guys. Bam. We strike! Oh, we should take a look at the media impact of these things. Well, this is the Rampage. This is the bank one. No! This is okay, but this is just the AM radio selling it as Rampage. We never fired our weapons. No one stopped us or anything. Unfortunately, by listing it as a Rampage does make us less like, right? Because of their influence. But it did push things in a good way. Now, the strikes here by the Herald, they don't go and spin it negatively, which actually increased our like. Okay. Freaking hell, let's just keep doing this. Manhattan Island? They still haven't increased security. Wait, still haven't gotten in a fight. I'm going to want to shake it up at the cable news station, but again, it's such an easy layout here. Why wouldn't we keep interrupting this No, I could have gotten that on the way out. Interrupt. Thought-provoking, even humorous. This was about corporations? Nice. Bam. Struck again. Whoa. Hate rally. Free speech advocates fight hard to let white supremacist rally take place. All right. It's the that apparent paradox of, right, if you want to be tolerant, do you have to tolerate the intolerant or whatever? Hate rally. Minus 37%. Yeah. People are all of a sudden less into free speech. How come I can't escape out of the screen? There it is. Okay, lost focus. That's all. Well, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Oh, we didn't look at our own news article. The B over here. Yes, which is improving free speech a little bit, but there was a bit of a backward slide. I kind of want to take a look at the cable news station. Even though the AM radio stuff is definitely working for us, but I want to see how it compares. All right, we'll grab a laptop. I'm this way. I'm just going to assume generally going, let's call it south, is the direction we want to take. Find the broadcast room. Okay, dodge security guard. Good. Okay, dodge. Well, not dodge. Stealth them. Dodge in a different way. I suspect this is going the wrong way. Oh, maybe not. Anything down there? No? I mean, there was loot, but I'm feeling a little bit worried for time. I'll just dodge you without picking up the loot. Grab that. There's the broadcast room. Okay, so this actually may have inadvertently turned out to be the shortest path. We might want to peek there. Actually, maybe I should do that before popping the radio. Okay, conservative panic already. No, it's not. Okay. Well, we're here. We're going to use it. Interrupt. Talk about free speech. Thought-provoking and humorous. Yes. I wonder if it has a bigger impact because it's television as opposed to radio. I'm assuming there's a conservative television opinion. Let's just try to sneak this one. Because there's an AM radio one, but maybe there's a television one too. I don't remember. Justice Amok. The conviction of confessed serial killer Kay Ilona Channing was overturned by federal judge yesterday. Judge Vampira Siegel. Okay, this is like a Saturday morning cartoon where there's a character that's obviously a vampire but pretending not to be. It's like, oh, Rick and Morty did the Coach Ferratu, right? Yeah, that same sort of thing. Judge Vampira Siegel. I mean, I apologize if Vampira is just actually a common first name from certain countries or something. The notorious Liberal Court of Appeals here made the decision based on her belief that the crimes were a vast right-wing conspiracy, despite the confession of Channing, which even Judge Siegel grants was not coerced in any way. Well, this seems fairly dubious. Also, what is this about the Quilliam slayings? Who, what? 10 years ago, Channing was convicted of the now infamous Quilliam slayings. After an intensive manhunt, Channing was found with the murder weapon covered in the victim's blood. Channing confessed and was sentenced to life, saying, "Thank you for saving me from myself. If I were to be released, I would surely kill again." Spokesperson for the district attorney has stated the case will not be retried due to the current economic doldrums that have left the state completely strapped for cash. Hooray! Liberal judge maybe going too far? What is going... Wow. All right, I love it. Let's take a look. So our cable news impact, cable news reported on it as a rampage, so we're less liked. Okay. There you go. Yeah, cable news is its own thing, which makes perfect sense. And then Justice Amok, yeah, minus 35%. So a huge conservative swing in the justices, which is annoying because we've been trying to actively fight that with our various propaganda work. Let's go forth and stop evil again. And I mean, actually, you know what? We will work on cable news because I'm realizing, right? We had just checked this. And AM radio, most people think it sucks. So, but cable news, not so much. Let's go and actively try to work on the cable news, at least until this gets shut down. Area plans. So we want to go in and then to the right. Fade in the shadows. Cable news anchor, I wonder, would you be a good sleeper? Fade in the shadows. And then I think we went right. Oh, no. I guess right. A backtrack left. Try to stay centered. And then we went right, and then down. That was a dead end. Money. Let's grab that too. Okay. Thought-provoking and humorous. Wow, we did trigger the conservatives alarmed. Let's try to sneak past. Even if they take a shot at us, it's only going to be one with like a... I don't know if you had a 9mm pistol. I'm just assuming. Let me grab these. It would be great to get some incriminating evidence about the news. Striking in. Heat's going up, but not much. I mean, this feels very effective, right? We've done a few things to try to push public awareness in certain directions, but haven't always been super like focused on it, right? Because we need to worry about other things. This seems okay. Now, in terms of, yeah, laying low is my squad. Hold on. If I go and say, I would like to go back to the cable news and then check the assignments. Right, Nakeem. Well, tell you what I'm going to do. Can you get arrested doing community service? I don't think so. I think this is immune. You can do this to get 10 juice. I don't think it stops when you hit 10 juice, because I think theoretically it might contribute to, like, well-liked or something, which I guess isn't the worst thing ever. Oh, if I were to check Leroy, your writing is still not capped. I'm not convinced it's going up very quickly, but it must be going up. So we'll keep you just doing writing. That seems fine. All right, let's visit the cable news station. Pop the lock. Head to the right. Backtrack to the left. And then down and right. Yoink, yoink. On microphones, so we can use that to improve our streaming setup, maybe. I don't think we found any incriminating evidence for these. I mean, it's possible there isn't one. Use it. Thought-provoking, even humorous. We're so good at this game. Now, I still want to go and attempt to seduce the President of the United States. So the other thing we could consider doing... Oop, that's kind of a wrong turn, but we'll pick up the smartphone, sure. One of the things we could consider doing is stopping some of this stuff. And having Petra go on a seduction spree again. Oh no, your seduction is at 12.81? Damn. Is there such a thing as a secret service suit? Well, it might just be an expensive suit. Like, we'll have to take a tour of the White House. I am wondering, though, about taking a crack at the army base. Just to pick up maybe some guns. Hopefully find a stack of ammo. I think I might look to do that. I didn't change what you're doing? No. Okay. Yeah, we're in the right squad. Go here. Is it in Long Island? Yeah. Let's visit this army base. Hello, soldiers. Fade into shadows. I mean, we could just attack them and they would drop some stuff too. They got the M7s, which is enticing. Oh, I guess I'm not in the base proper. I'm not going to find stuff lying around. I forgot. Open the door. Okay, now we should start to see some stuff. It might be really valuable to get a sleeper here. Not necessarily that we need the layout of the base, but it would highlight loot on the ground. So we'd know where to go to pick it up. If we didn't have the rifles, I think we could just be doing disguise checks instead of just stealth. Although the stealth is working. M4 carbine. Damaged army uniform. Stealth. And that's just leading to outside. Okay, you know what? Fine. Oh. I wonder if I should have fought these guys. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe because they weren't alarmed, they didn't shoot immediately. All they did is trigger the alarm. Okay. All right, not bad. Annoyingly, yeah, we didn't find the big pool of the M7 ammo. I'm actually tempted. I'm gonna go and check out Pert's pawn and gun. And this is taking the whole squad, that's fine. And this is the squad that's in New York, so we only have so many things. Well, that's something. Oh, no, we did get cable news memos. Nice. Okay. You know what? I think I can sell the security uniforms. I think the army uniforms as well. I mean, they are armored army uniform, but the SEAL suit works fine. Yeah. Let's just sell the G1s. I think I can be selling the 9mm pistols at this point. I'll keep the sport rifle and the M4 carbines. And the 5.56 NATO ammo, I think it's for the M4s. Now, I don't want to pawn. I want ammo boxes. Yeah, so I don't think these are the ammo for the M7s. But I will get the 50 cal. Because my hope is that... No, I'm betting that's Desert Eagle ammo. The 50 cal stuff. Yeah, because the box size is so small. I mean, we don't have the light machine gun with us anyway, so I guess it's kind of moot. I might have to just open up the item file, like the code file. This is all on GitHub, so you can check things and use that to confirm a few things. I might look it up and get a definitive list of ammunition for things so that I'm not just kind of poking around in the dark. Anyway, I think we're going back to radio station or TV stations, both, I suppose. Manhattan. Let's keep hammering cable news. Actually, let's take a quick look at the status of the liberal agenda. Cable news. Oh wow, 80%. And we can push it. Let's say at least one more, and then I don't know. We might go and do something completely different after this. I wonder if we could look at other things. Wow, lots of loot right here. And if we leak the secret papers, that's going to help as well. Backtrack a little to get that one. I wonder, like, what would be the approach to raising awareness for another specific issues? Like, let's say LGBT issues, right? What? Oh, you're already suspicious. That. And we get a cry. Okay, then we'll just go. I mean, I'm not too worried, but let's not push it. Yeah, so let's say we want to target something. Let's just look at the top. Let's say we want to have more people in favor of higher taxes. Oh, I'm betting that we would probably attack corporations. Actually, I really like that idea. And police stuff is just, I think, going to do police stuff. Prevent torture. I wonder if this might be raiding the actual jail. Mass surveillance. I don't know what would affect there. Favorable opinion to the president's pretty low. It'll be interesting to see what happens in November of this year. I got confused last time because November did have an election, but it wasn't a presidential election. It was just a little bit of a shuffling of some. I can't even remember if there was. I guess there was not even any shuffling in Congress or anything because it wasn't a midterm election. That would have been in 22, right? Offset by 2 years, I think. I mean, I'm not Merkin, but absorbed a fair amount of most of the political system there. So I think it was just some like little state elections, but it did have an impact on other things. Heat is rising here. That is reasonable. I'm going to cycle through to Leroy's squad here. I'm going to have you take a break from writing. Leroy, you are going to, well, go forth and stop evil. That might be a little bit much. You're going to go to the pawn store because there's tons of stuff to sell over here. Let's just go ahead and do it. It's not like we need the money, but why not? In fact, since we don't need money, do we need people making those clothes anymore? I don't know. I wonder what the advantage of burning the flag is. I think having the flag increases secrecy, but this must draw attention to something. I mean, it might help to liberalize the laws about flag burning. Here's the big thing is, okay, first of all, not enough people think military spending is too high. And then the other thing is people aren't properly terrified of nuclear power, which we, as this particular interpretation of sort of leftist liberals, are very anti-nuclear power. Which is actually an issue that is both pro and con on both ends of the political spectrum. Doesn't seem to follow strict left-right standards in reality, but in this game, it is very much split around the left-right divide. It is my understanding that there is a thing you can do by visiting a nuclear power plant and pushing a big red button. And that will make people very scared of nuclear power. Should we just try next time? It might be the end of us. Maybe we don't send Petra. I guess if we're not hacking bank accounts, we really shouldn't be bringing Garrett. On the other hand, there's no one, I mean, other than the bank manager, there's no one to replace Garrett with. How is... Yeah, your agility is just a 4. That's going to be a problem. Maybe at the next juice level, you might get an extra +1 there. We really shouldn't be bringing you on anything that is a dedicated combat mission. So it does make me wonder. Oh, should we just transfer someone? I guess, hold on, I can do that. Assign bases to the squad list. There it is. Down over here, the legal in New York. Oh, no. We'd have to put you in a squad because we'd have to pay money to move you from one to the other. That's right. Okay. I could do that. I could just put you in a squad and send you somewhere else. I could still have it where, yeah, I could peel off Petra and send her to Washington. Put her in nice clothes and have her do a few tours of the White House, which I'm assuming is something we can visit. I don't know. These are assumptions here. Oh, we should fly a flag here. And then burn it down. And then put the flag back up. I don't think this tag changed when I rebuilt. Anyway, it's fine. Yeah, I don't know if that did anything, but it's kind of hilarious to me. Oh, look at this strike. That was a good one. That was a really good one. And yeah, like hitting the radio station, depending on what we're talking about, will push different things, like the radio and TV. These are super good. Okay, we'll put the cut in here. I'm going to have to think about what I'm doing next. So Garrett's computer skill is a 10. Petra's, yeah, is only a 6. So she definitely wasn't as good. And it doesn't seem to default for the computer hacking at the bank. It doesn't seem to pick the person at the top of the list because Petra was in the top of the list previously and we used Garrett to do it. But I'm assuming that maybe everyone in it gets to do a roll from top to bottom, and Petra did hers first because she's there. And she rolled well enough to get a success, which might be a good way to do some cross training. Like maybe I should reorder more of these things that way. But I'm assuming everyone has to do a stealth check if we're doing stealth things. Everyone has to do a disguise check if we're doing a disguise thing, and then the rest doesn't really matter the same way. I suppose if Petra was at the bottom, everyone else might try a security check on the bank door first or to pick locks, and it might train the security. I'm not convinced that this needs to happen, though. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. We'll see what happens next time. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.